believe in a fearless, free, and fulfilled life, this is the place to be. I am Katie Bach, and today we're going to talk about how to transcend judgments. Judgments can be some crazy, powerful things. They create so many feelings within us, so many thought processes, so much mindset. Judgment is powerful, and we often create these personal judgments on ourselves through comparison of others, through what we think we should or shouldn't be doing. We judge people outside of ourselves based on our own fears and our own issues. And really, judgment comes from our own fear. When you're standing in a place of judgment, it's out of fear. It's out of something you are afraid of. And what it does is it creates separation, which closes off the heart. So when we stand in judgment, we are separating ourselves from other people or from our own true self, but we're also closing off our heart. And you know what it means when you close off your heart? It means that you're closing yourself off from love. And love is truly magical. And I don't just mean romantic love. I mean self-love. I mean loving yourself and just having love. So when it comes to judgment and transcending those judgments, really, the first step is to become aware that you are standing in these judgments. So let's focus on ourselves. It's becoming aware of where you are personally judging yourself. What are you judging about yourself? And then doing the work to discover what it is that you are afraid of. So what is this judgment? And what are you afraid of? It's that judgment is coming from somewhere. It's coming from something inside of you. And to really transcend that judgment, you've got to discover what your fear is. So what are you afraid of? Step one, awareness. I am judging myself. I am in this judgment. Why? Asking why. Awareness, step one. Step two, asking why. Why am I afraid? What do I fear? Doing the work and asking yourself those hard questions. And I know, I hear you. I don't want to do the work. I don't want to face my fear. I understand. I do. Facing your fear may be the best thing you ever have done for yourself. I get it. It's scary to face your fear. There's fear in facing your fear. I get it. I know. Me too. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to face it all by yourself. Just start with that first step. Okay, open up your journal. Grab a piece of paper. This is the judgment. Write down the judgment. Write down the question, what am I afraid of? And then what comes to mind? What is the very first thing that comes to mind? Very first thing, write it down. Tackle that fear. Discover what you're afraid of. Then, open to compassion for yourself and for others, because compassion is one of the deepest forms of love. You are who you are, and there is nothing wrong with you. Maybe you want to become something different. Maybe you want to do or live differently than you are, and that's okay. And maybe you don't, and that's okay too. But judging yourself is not going to make you feel any better. It's not going to change any circumstances. You are who you are. Discover that fear. And then love yourself. Stand in that compassion, understanding that it's okay that you're afraid of something. And it's okay to face that fear. And it's okay to move forward. You are one being. You don't have to be this or that. Both can be true. You can be this and that. Everything is not black and white. There's a whole gray scale in between. So don't make yourself be one or the other. Your truth is your truth, and it encompasses all of you. You are not separate, you are one. So when you are standing in those judgments, awareness. Begin the process of transcending those judgments. And what does that mean? That means rising above them. That means saying, okay, I am judging myself. What am I afraid of? Okay, this is what I'm afraid of. Cool. I'm afraid of this. I understand. I love myself anyway. And standing in compassion and allowing yourself to continue to float above those judgments. Because you are worthy. So, judgments come from fear, your own fear. If you're judging yourself, if you're judging others. And judgments create separation. So that means when you're judging yourself, you are separating yourself from that truth inside. You are separating yourself from being who you truly are. When you are judging others, you are separating yourself from them. Judgment often turns into comparison. And when you're judging others, the fear still has to do with you. What are you afraid of? So to transcend that, you've got to do the work and discover what you're afraid of. Step out of those judgments, figure out what your fear is, and then look at yourself with compassion. That will open your heart back up to stand in love, and ultimately to find gratitude for this journey you've gone on in transcending your judgments. So, your challenge this week, notice when you're judging, and even beyond this week, notice where you're judging yourself. Start with yourself. Where are you judging yourself? Open up a journal, grab a piece of paper, write it down. What is the judgment? And then ask the question, what am I afraid of? Why do I have fear? And write down what comes to mind. You will discover it, and you will be okay. And then stand in that compassion and that love for yourself. Give yourself a hug. Do something that feels good. Love yourself. You're not wrong. You're not bad. Just because you had judgment doesn't mean you're a bad person. You are not separate, you are one. You're not this or that. You are one whole person. And as you transcend those judgments, you will feel that interconnectedness of your being. So, your challenge this week and beyond, notice when judgments come up for you. Look at those judgments. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? And then stand in that compassion, opening up your heart to love, to connection, and to transcend those judgments. That is your challenge. You have got this. I believe in you. I hope to see you soon. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button so I can see you every week. And you have a wonderful